Modern Warfare 3 is the best Call of Duty since 2015, which would be Black Ops 2. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about why I think that's the case, and maybe I'll change your mind if you're not a fan of the game. I've seen some hate for this game. I don't think it's totally warranted, but without further ado, let's get into my reasons for why I feel that this game is so good. First up is the maps. I'm a big fan of the old maps. I'm very biased because I started playing Call of Duty during the original COD 4 in 2007, so I have my biases in my map design, but I think it's fair to say that the maps that have been made in the last 3, 4, 5 years of Call of Duty have been subpar compared to older maps. So the fact that we're running around on these old maps again, to me, is just a pleasure. And credit where credit's due, I think they did a really good job remaking them. Like, there's some small changes to the designs of the map, um, which don't really ruin it, in my opinion. They don't. I'm not sure if they enhance the gameplay, but in any case, I think they look great for the most part. They play not exactly the same, and there's multiple reasons why that's the case, but I think the maps are just great. And then we also just got these new maps in. We got, what's the name of it? Meat. How can I forget Meat? We got Greece, and we got one other one that is escaping me right now. But I think Meat is a really solid map, probably one of their better maps in recent years. Um, so I think the maps are a really strong point for this game. Now, whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, I can see the argument of, well, this is just copy and pasting. I mean, they're really not doing anything here. But in my opinion, I think as long as the maps are good, I don't care what maps they are. And that kind of leads into my second reason why this game is so good, are the spawns. Now, if you remember when they remade Call of Duty 4, and it was COD 4 remastered, I was so excited to play that game. That was my first Call of Duty. I was ready to go back to being a child and playing on the best game that I've ever played, and just so looking forward to it, only to be let down by the fact that the spawns were completely different, completely changed the way the maps played, the way the game played, and it was awful. The reason I bring this up is to say that in this game, I don't really think that's the case. I think the spawns are um, pretty honest to the original game. I think that they're very sticky, especially in certain game modes. But I am a fan of that. Actually, I think that's better than the alternative. So the fact that you can play the game somewhat similarly as far as the spawns go is a big W in my opinion. I think that they have done a really good job, and I'm sure they're gonna continue to iterate, especially on game modes like Hardpoint and things like that. But the spawns, in my opinion, have been really solid, and I'm a big fan. Now, this next point that I have is not really anything new to this game in particular, but I still enjoy it, so I'm gonna throw it in there as a reason why I think it's really good. Um, and that is the weapon variety and the gunsmith. There are so many options you have, especially with the fact that they've thrown in the Modern Warfare 2 guns, and they just got a buff as well, so they're usable now, I believe. Um, I don't even know how many guns. There's so many. Any kind of SMG you want, any kind of shotgun you want. You want an automatic shotgun? It's there. You want a pump action? It's there. It's completely built out. You've got everything you can possibly want, every attachment, everything. And I think that's a really good idea. The way that they're implementing these aftermarket parts as DLC, I think, is really cool. I'm really a fan of the way the weapon system is built out in this game. And like I said, it's not brand new. We've seen this kind of system since Modern Warfare 2019. But like I said, just want to give credit where credit is due. I think it's a much improved system over the original Modern Warfare 2 if you think back to 2009, for example, or other Call of Duty. So that's another reason why I'm a fan of this game. Next up are kill streaks. I am such a proponent of having strong kill streaks, and look, these are not the best kill streaks any Call of Duty has ever had. I think they're probably mid tier if you were to rank all of the games by the strength of their kill streak, but I'm glad that they're not terrible. We've had such terrible kill streaks lately, and I think that things like if you just look at the list of kill streaks in this game, you've got gunship, chopper gunner, swarm at the top. EMP is really strong. Advanced UAV. This is just off of the top of my head, so I'm definitely missing a few, but the VTOL is decent. Um, the Overwatch Helo is okay. I think there's a lot of kill streaks, and I think that most of them are decent enough and fun to use. It's pretty cool to have. Like, for example, I've been playing on Meat obviously since it just got released. If you throw on I forgot what it's called, like an Overwatch Guardian or something, Guardian I think it is, and then a cluster mine and a sentry gun, and you can earn those kill streaks at any decent rate. It is so funny. It's almost like a troll in a way. But you throw down your cluster mines in the main spot on that map, you're getting 5-6 kills with it. Like it's great. So there's different ways to play with the kill streaks. There's a lot of kill streaks. Some of them are strong. I think overall this is a pretty good system for kill streaks. Look, I'm biased, so I would like them to be stronger, but you can't have it all. I still think it's a really good system. Next up on my list is the DLC format. So, obviously, again, not new, but definitely deserves to get its credit because the alternatives are terrible. We used to have guns that were completely only in loot boxes, and we never want to go back to that. So, big fan of the way the system's set up. You can earn all of the new guns, the new attachments as you play the game. There's some pretty cool stuff in this, whatever it's called, the map. I don't know what it even is or what it's called, but there's some pretty cool things there. I like the way it's set up, and it's not too predatory. And finally, to round out the video, the support that Sledgehammer Games has been showing thus far is encouraging. So obviously, since skill-based matchmaking has been included in the games, we have not heard anything about it up until recently when Sledgehammer has just said that they will be talking about it more. So they're being more open and more honest. I think they listen to us as a community more so than the other development studios. They make changes that we asked them to. I'm sure. Well, I know there were big changes between the beta and the release of the game that were based on feedback from the community. So I think it's a good sign that the game can improve. And look, community feedback is not always the right feedback, but I like where they're going with it. So I hope you enjoyed that, watching me rage quit there. Thank you for watching the video. I'm out. Peace.